Okay, I'm Dr. Patrick Foy from Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, where I'm the director of the Tailbone Pain Center at tailbonedoctor.com. And this is just going to be a really quick video about some of the different cushions for tailbone pain. So when people have tailbone pain, they usually have pain while they're sitting, and especially if they're sitting leaning partway backwards. So there's a number of different cushions out there. A lot of times you'll see advertisements or medical things that will say to use a ring cushion or donut cushion. I don't even have any of those to display here. Most people with tailbone pain do not find those to be particularly helpful. This is what we call a wedge cushion, which has a cutout here, so that, and it also has an angle from the side. But for the cutout portion, when that is on the sitting surface and then somebody is sitting, the opening of the cutout is right above the tailbone. So the tailbone is essentially, suspended in midair above there. And because the tailbone is not contacting or pressing on the chair, then the person usually has significantly less pain while sitting than if they were sitting without a cushion. The wedge cushions, some of them are sort of cloth and foam. Some of them are relatively soft like this. But if they're too soft, then the pressure will, from your body weight will squish the cushion and lose its height and lose its protection, so then it may not be as effective. Some of the wedge cushions are made of a sturdier foam, so that then it's going to be basically firmer or give more support, so less likely to get squished down by your body weight. So often they'll have like a handle on it so that you can carry it almost like a briefcase for on the go. Throw it on your chair and sit on it, and take it with you. There's a number of other different types of devices that are also available. This one is basically, it doesn't even look like a cushion. It basically looks like it's a thin piece of plastic, but it has an indentation. You may not be able to see it well on the video, but it has an indentation here at the spot where, right down through here, so that when you're sitting, you'd have that, indentation that your tailbone is hovering above, so again, so that it's not contacting the sitting surface. For a lot of people with tailbone pain, some will have more pain while they're sitting on a soft surface or a soft chair. Others will have more pain while they're sitting on a hard surface or hard chair. So this is almost like being able to carry a hard chair around with you. So even if you were sitting on a couch or a sofa or something that normally might be painful for tailbone pain, you would sit, on that, and then your tailbone is essentially somewhat suspended. And this is a kind of a slightly different idea. This is a firm padding, but again, it has a cutout, so in many ways this is more like the wedge cushions that we were talking about a moment ago, so that there's a pad here so that each buttock cheek is basically supported or lifted up off of the sitting surface, so that again, that cutout area, that the tailbone is more suspended in air and not making pressure or contact. So that's another one as well. And there's lots of different brands for these. For different ones. I don't have any stock options or anything in any particular brand, but just kind of showing you some of the different options that are available. This is basically a neck pillow, but if you turn it around, the opening in the back can perform the same type of function, where now the tailbone is suspended in midair, not making contact with the sitting surface. So some people will use a neck pillow as another way to keep the tailbone from hitting the chair when they're sitting down. With tailbone pain, also very, very similar to this for new mothers that are breastfeeding. There's Boppy or other types of brands that will, that they would use to hold the baby in place while breastfeeding. Many new moms have found that they can take that breastfeeding pillow and use it with the opening at the back, almost in like a U shape. So that they can sit on that, to have less tailbone pain. So again, that's just a few ideas off the top of my head on some of the different types of cushions. Since many of my patients who fly in to see me have tried a number of different cushions, in general, the wedge cushions, are much better than the ring or donut cushions. Any of the cushions that leave an opening in the back usually are helpful to at least to some extent and it may be a matter of trial and error to find which cushion is the most helpful for you. I do have more information online if you're interested at the website, tailbonedoctor.com. I hope this is helpful for you. Thank you. Okay, I'm Dr. Patrick Foy from Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School, where I'm the director of the Tailbone Pain Center at tailbonedoctor.com. And this is just going to be a really quick video about some of the different cushions for tailbone pain. So when people have tailbone pain, they usually have pain while they're sitting, and especially if they're sitting leaning partway backwards. So there's a number of different cushions out there. A lot of times you'll see advertisements or medical things that will say to use a ring